truly trying to convince somebody that they need your offer or else. I kind of always think about it as a hunter trying to manipulate their prey to say that you have to work with me or this is the only way to do something. And really what that ends up being is, you're trying to control the sale versus the flip end of this is where we can create an environment that we create connection where people are looking forward to walking in, looking forward to coming forward. So even if you do an outreach DM, they're already feeling really strong by just being in your world, in your community. They're like, yeah, you know what? This makes logical, rational sense that I've been enjoying your content. I've been enjoying talking with you. That, yeah, it's time for me to invest a little higher with you. Welcome to the Limitless Podcast, the show where women entrepreneurs become radically aware of their limiting beliefs, learn to value their worth, generate wealth, and to thrive as a magnetic brand leader. I'm your host, Jamie Ratterman, a six-figure holistic business coach. I've helped over 100 rebellious entrepreneurs master marketing, embody leadership, and say fuck it to the hustle. Let's dive in. Hello, lovelies, and welcome to another episode of the Limitless Podcast. I could not be more excited to continue our Rising Sales series. So if you are listening into this episode, know that you also have an episode right before this one that talks all about unblocking your money pathways. Now, this is particular to your money mindset. So if you find that you think you've got all the strategy, you think you know what to do, but you aren't hitting your goals, it's probably your mindset. It's probably your energy. We dive into all of these mindset pieces in my program. I do it every single module talking about how you can be the magnet by how you feel, love into your business, and know that you can attract money. So that is on our first episode. But today we're going to be diving into how to strategically use your marketing to make sure that you are creating the environment, that you are showing your clients that they are understood, they are seen, they know you know where they want to go, you know what goals they have in their life, and to make sure that you are seen as the expert, the person they should trust to bring it in. So this episode is all about how can we create connection first marketing. That is what we want to do whenever we are building up to sales. Marketing is that warming place. Sales is where we are getting that yes. So if we can do really good with marketing, those sales come more often and with more ease. So today, let's talk about what's in and what's out when it comes to selling on social media and marketing as a whole. So what's out? Let's just go ahead and from the top go talk about this. Cold and impersonal DMs. So cold DMs usually mean that you are just asking for sales from random people with truly not knowing who they are. It's almost like how much effort is put into that with very little response is insanity to me. But the idea here is that the reason why this doesn't make sense to do anymore is that you have so many opportunities to not only attract the clients that are going to want to work with you, but also to create more personal connections. So if you are DMing somebody and you don't check out their profile a little bit or see if they've engaged with you before and start a conversation built off of interest, you're going to have a little bit of more difficulty. We want to create warm connections, and we can do that through our messaging. Another thing here is over proving the value of your offer. We're not trying to prove that we are the best offer for everyone. We are trying to prove that we alleviate our clients' challenges through our offers. We know how to get them from stage 2 to stage 5 through our offers because we've been there. So we are a trusted authority in where they are at in the journey, not for everyone. So being able to think about how can we really set understanding of what they want and the way that we market our offers. Third one being making your potential clients feel like they need you or else. This is pain point messaging one-on-one, and we don't fall for it. We don't want to work with people long-term this way. So this is what's important to think about. So making sure we are allowing someone to feel emboldened by investing in us, not that they are in lack. The third or fourth one is not delivering on what our offers are promising. Now, this is something where we don't want to create a hyperbolic, this is what happens when you join the program. We want to be grounded in what goes on. So if we're saying all 4 of those pieces are out, what is in? warm connection first DMs, establishing the why behind your offer. So the why and why you can deliver the best possible results for them, leading your client to buying from the outcome, not be from what they lack, and then finally delivering on those offer promises. So one of the things here is that we want to make sure you take the ick out of selling, because we want to make sure that people feel empowered by investing in you, empowered by joining your brand, instead of that, like they feel that they lack something and only your brand can fix it. This is us saying we're done with pain point marketing. So pain point marketing is truly trying to convince somebody that they need your offer or else. I kind of always think about it as a hunter trying to manipulate their prey to say that you have to work with me or this is the only way to do something. And really what that ends up being is, you're trying to control the sale, versus the flip end of this is where we can create an environment that we create connection where people are looking forward to walking in, looking forward to coming forward. So even if you do an outreach DM, they're already feeling really strong by just being in your world, in your community. They're like, yeah, you know what? This makes logical, rational sense that I've been enjoying your content. I've been enjoying talking with you, that, yeah, it's time for me to invest a little higher with you. So this is how we're going to be a little bit different. Instead of pain point marketing, we're going to start where I'm going to talk about today why you need to adopt connection first marketing and what those 3 foundational steps are. So by the end of this episode, you're going to know exactly what your messaging may be missing and how to shift your followers to become clients. So this is all about talking about how can we make our potential clients feel really good about saying yes to joining us, yes to buying from us, but also for us, the salespeople, the number one people selling our offers in our business, to feel really grounded and supported by this. So I'm giving a glimpse into my magnetic messaging technique. This is something that I provide within Money Mastery Academy and have templates so everyone can build from there. But I want you to understand what it is that we are building so to make sure that your messaging is on point for your offers. So let's talk about the 3 foundational keys here. First and foremost, you want to understand your ideal client's problems, but you want to use them to sell to the outcome that they're hoping to achieve. So pain point marketing uses problems against potential clients, where connection first marketing is something that's going to invite them to see the other side of what they're challenged by. So, and let's put it into different terms. If I'm using pain point marketing, I want to know my clients' challenges and I'm going to prey on their lack so that they feel they have to buy from me. And it's worked for me a long time. But let's be clear. We want to allow our clients to feel good by making their purchases. The flip end of this is connection first marketing. This is where you do understand your client's challenges. You know your ideal client, you know who you're selling to like the back of your hand, but you want to help them to see that their challenges don't define them. And you have a process to help them get out of that. You have the products, you have the service to help them achieve the flip end of it, the outcome that they're wanting in their life, their dream health, their dream business, whatever it might be, because you address all of their concerns once they purchase with you. So the difference with this is that pain point is really preying on lack, where connection first marketing is about allowing them to visualize what they want and invest in the process to get them there. So you notice the difference a little bit here? You're creating a warmer environment. We use client problems and client challenges to understand what is their goal if they don't want to feel challenged by this anymore. For your ideal client to think about, okay, what do I want in my life? Right now, I hate how I feel. I don't enjoy my business. I'm looking for a new partner in my life. The flip end of all of those are going to be how does it feel to feel stronger in your body? How does it feel to find your partner and find and love yourself more? Like all of these things are about how can we create a magnet for how they want to feel, and then our offers give the how. The offers give the how in the process. So when you're thinking about how do I start to pursue this within my messaging? You want to ask yourself a couple of questions. So Once you know who your ideal client is, now this is something I think you can go back to episode 2 if you want to listen in. Also, too, I'll drop into the show notes my attraction guide so that if you want to ask yourself these questions like who is my ideal client, I want you to take that bigger group, that bigger ideal client, and filter it a little and be like, okay, how does like this is my ideal client, but what particular problems do I address with this offer? So you want to be as specific as possible that this offer helps you with these particular problems and challenges. Now we can talk about this more with offer development, but the idea here is to take your ideal client and go, okay, what kind of questions am I asked most about the solutions I provide within this product or service? What are the common myths people might have? What are problems you solve? So one thing you want to understand is that the more specific you can be for your offers, the more a client can say, oh, this is the thing I'm looking for right now in my business. So I think it's kind of a bit of a myth. There's a sense of whenever you are trying to sell something, you're just selling it to your ideal client. You want to think about how your offers are selling to a client at a particular stage. So if I'm using my own business as an example, a content planning sprint is going to be for the clients that are wanting to get more consistent with their content, that are going to be able to know exactly how to create content, know the nuts and bolts of it. On the flip end of it, if someone's wanting to learn how to turn that content into sales, they're going to want to invest in Money Mastery Academy. If they're wanting to scale their business, they're going to want to invest in the Thrive Mastermind. So what I'm describing is that there's a ladder of sorts, but I'm not going to talk about the problems that my Rising Influence community solves the same as the ones my Money Mastery Academy problem solve. They're giving different problems, which we could talk about a little bit more. But the idea here is when you're thinking about your messaging for your offer, filter out and go, what particular problems does this offer solve for my ideal client? What are some common myths that might slow their pace to reach the goals that they're looking for? And what are the kind of questions that I'm always asked that I make sure to include within the offer? So once you know these, once you identify what those problems are, we get to move on to the next stage. So understand the challenges, understand those problems, because if you don't know what it is they're looking to solve, this next part's going to be a little bit more difficult. So starting step 1, understand their challenges. The next piece is that we're going to sell to the outcome. We're going to sell the destination instead of the packing list. So what this looks like is that, let me be blunt. Let me be blunt. When you are selling a product, we really don't give a fuck about the how until you get us invested in where we're going. Let's put this another way. I want you to take a trip with me. So pack your bags, put on your sunscreen. You need to get to the airport about 2 hours early. Can you make sure you bring snacks? Do you notice that the first thing that comes into your head is, well, where are we going? Like what am I packing for? What's the next thing I need to do? So this is the example of sometimes when people are starting to sell a product and they decide to just list off all of the nuts and bolts of everything that's included in it instead of what is the objective? What is the outcome that happens once you know what to pack? Once you know why you need to put on sunscreen, once you get to the airport for 2 hours earlier. So the idea is like, if I don't say, hey, we're going to Paris, the how we don't care about. We don't care about the how. So understanding that the more that we can think about, okay, what is the destination? They're going to be invested in understanding what comes next. So whenever you're selling, sell to the destination. So why would I want to do all of this work if I don't understand what it's all for? That's the idea. So if I'm talking about offers, this is where you want to think about, okay, I don't want to lead with, okay, you're going to get this many coaching calls. There's a course, there's a community, there's group accountability. Great. But what's it all for? Same thing that goes for like, even like thinking about your phones, thinking about your phones going, if someone, instead of saying, if you're thinking about your phones going, I have a piece of tech that takes photos, you can call your parents, you can play games for hours. What's it all for? The idea with iPhone is being able, like an iPhone is, I'm creating a creative life, all in a handheld object. I'm able to do everything I need on the go. That's what they're selling before they show you all the apps, all the details, all the settings, all the things you have to learn about it. So understanding that the more we can be able to give them a picture of what their ideal life looks like once they've fixed the challenges through our offers, the more likely they're going to be invested and going, okay, I'm wanting to put the time, the money, the effort into doing it. So what does this mean? We're going to take those challenges, we're going to flip them over to pleasure points, what they want in their life, but we're going to do it in a way where they see themselves in their normal day to day. So I have two examples here. So let me see if you can listen in and go like, okay, what is it that they're selling? On your next beach vacation, I want you to feel excited to put on a new bikini swimsuit. I want you to enjoy a seaside coconut and to float in the ocean to your heart's content. You get to walk along the beach, exuding full confidence in your strong, fit, and most importantly, loved body. I want that. On the flip end of that, another way of saying this was drop 10 pounds in 4 weeks. So this is kind of what I want to get into. If we are selling the destination, is we want them to see how they would feel in a version of their ideal life, of where they want to go. You notice that within that description, I'm talking about they're fit. They feel comfortable in their body. They feel confident. They're enjoying every part of it instead of all of the kind of problems that come up where they might be worrying about how they look, where they might not want to show off. They may not want to go in the water. They want to like hide themselves, right? That's something that comes up with people who want to feel better in their body. So what if I can flip it and help them see what it would look like? Then we'll talk about the training program. Then we'll talk about the meal plan. Okay. So when I'm selling, I'm going to sell to what it is they want in their life, not all of the challenges that they're running up against. Let's talk about this in a business setting. You want to make sales on an average Saturday, and you can. Imagine walking out of your favorite yoga studio with new Stripe notifications toward your new offer. And better yet, they are accompanied by excited DMs saying, I can't wait to get started working with you. You then get to ride that endorphin and new sales high as you meet your best friend for coffee. So this is the destination, sales feeling effortless and normal and getting new sales as a normal part of your everyday, allowing themselves to see what it looks like to get notifications that things are coming through, but doing it without feeling like they have to be chained to their desk. So the problems I'm solving and the way in which I'm selling in that is that sales feel hard to get, not anymore. Feeling like we always have to hustle, not anymore. Not getting enough time outside of their business, attracting sales in general. They want to attract more sales from the aligned clients. I'm addressing all of that in just that short statement of this is what it can feel like once you walk out of your yoga studio. This is what it looks like to put that system into place. So what I'm showcasing here is by understanding the challenge, you can help them visualize and pursue that where they want to go, their ideal version of their life. This type of stuff, or what I'm sharing here, is the technique behind my magnetic messaging matrix. So what I give for my clients in Money Mastery Academy is exactly how to take what their offers deliver on and talk about it in a way that is going to attract the right clients so that they know that you are for them. So I give all of this, including a whole launch calendar within Money Mastery Academy, but this is kind of the back end of this is what we're trying to do together. The third piece, which I think is the most important and we're going to talk about here, is that you want to establish your authority as a brand to deliver on the results that you're sharing. So this last piece is essential for a number of reasons, but really I want you to own your expertise. What makes your brand special? I want you to be confident in what your offer delivers, but most importantly, you got to get loud about how you create transformations for your clients. So far, we've talked about understanding the challenges so they feel seen and setting the scene for where you're taking them. The third piece here, the goal is ultimately for them to decide, oh, you know what? It felt like you were speaking directly to me, and I trust that you're going to help me get to where I want to go. We want them to see you as the navigator. We want them to go, this is the brand that's going to allow me to reach my goals. So this is where we talk about authority content. authority expertise style of content. So authority content includes defining your process. So having a method that you can share online, establishing how you help your clients or yourself. If you don't have clients yet, you can talk about how you've helped yourself get there to reach their ultimate goals, and to be bold about your why and what you are for or against in your industry. These are the ways in which we're not just sharing education, we're sharing how we deliver based off of what we're doing. So let's think about this in different ways. Let's say you like to help people pleasers set boundaries, something that you want them to feel better about really defining what they want their life to look like. So let's talk about this. Let's say a people pleaser sets a boundary with their mother's who's being critical on how they eat or they dress. So a way in which you could flip this and maybe talk about it in your content is how I helped my client heal body dysmorphia and her relationship with her mother at the same time. And then within this, you can talk about what specific boundaries you helped her set, what part of your method helps them work through how that feels on their nervous system, how you helped her when it was feeling tough, what it looks like to hold a boundary. So what they want is to feel better in their body and to not lose their relationship with their mom. But part of what you want to think about, especially as healers, I wanted to use an example in this episode for healers so that you see that it's not always just the feelings, it's also how does it actually create physical change in their life. So your authority content is going to allow you to showcase that method, showcase who you are, showcase how you deliver on it. So like I said, I like to give direct examples, templates for you to build this so that it feels easy for you to apply. I have a whole 4-week launch calendar, including everything you want to do with your messaging within the Money Mastery Academy. So this includes hooks, post ideas, everything it might mean to really establish your authority so that you can bolster new sales with ease. The truth here is that to sell your offer, you don't want to stop talking about it. You want to make sure that you're talking about it on a regular basis, but using the 3 steps I shared in the episode today, you're going to find that you are attracting your clients, not having to hunt them down, right? You're attracting your clients, but you're also owning the experience you give within the offers that you provide. So sales can be easy, yes, is by creating opportunities for your ideal client to trust your authority, to connect with your why and your story, but also showing what you deliver and what their life can look like. This type of marketing is backed by buyer and consumer behavior. So when I'm sharing why connection first marketing is so important, it's to help you make these sales so you can hit those 6 figures in your business. So knowing that if we can base our selling strategies off of human psychology, this gets easier. So if you are looking to reach these goals, take a look at Money Mastery Academy. It is my new program currently on pre-sale that is going to help you reach your goals with support, has all the resources, but essentially what I'm giving you is a master blueprint to create a selling system so you can hit 6 figures by design. If you are feeling and excited by it, go to the show notes. But if you want to get started today, I also included my free training on how to do a Instagram bio to turn your views into sales. So if you are wanting to do the bio breakdown, I also have that in the show notes as well. Until next time, lovelies, we'll keep this Rising Sales series going. But until next time, live a little more limitless.